Hello, and welcome back to Illy's ASMR. In this video, I'm going to be opening and eating this Homestyle chicken noodle casserole meal cold weather. It's been quite a while since my last MRE video, so for those of you who are just interested in the MREs, please forgive me. Hopefully this one will be enough to hold you over for a little while too. And peelable seal, but apparently my muscles have atrophied to the point where I can no longer peel that seal. Embarrassing. But yeah, throughout the video I have a couple, surprise Pokemon packs as usual, because I can't do any video without Pokemon. Alright, so first thing out of here is everything, I guess. Alright, well, let's cut this open and see what's inside of here. Alright, first up we have good old MRE crackers. The apple cinnamon flavor First Strike nutritious energy bar. Very nutritious. We have some chocolate peanut spread. Nice. Not just a normal peanut spread, but it's got chocolate too. And accessory packet. Oh, I love these little mini Tabasco bottles. Bill's Brew coffee. Some wipes. Beverage base powder grape. Grape flavored, no fruit juice, just the way I like it. Ooh. And there it is. So I guess they just used some like brand name Mountain House and shoved it in an MRE. I've seen them do that with tuna before. But pretty cool. Here is the packaging. There's the nutrition facts. Nice high calories. 43 grams of protein, that's insane. A lot of sodium, what you need if you're in a cold weather environment. Savor the adventure. Alright, cool. Oh, and almost missed the most important piece. The MRE spoon. Alright, so now that we have all this, I think it is time for our first Pokemon pack. I always wonder what the crossover is between those who enjoy Pokemon and those who enjoy MRE videos is. If you're one of the, I'm assuming, rare people, let me know. Skitty, Zera Aura, Iron Valiant, Sharpedo. I love this artwork. Sizzlipede, Grotle, and Mag Cargo Hollow. Nothing there, but hopefully, we'll have some good stuff in here. First things first, let's rehydrate this MRE. And I should mention, because it's a cold weather ration, they don't put liquid ingredients in here because they would freeze, most likely. So they provide you with, a lot of times, dried out meals that you have to rehydrate yourself. Doesn't say right there. Open package at tear notch. Remove and discard oxygen absorber. Gotta remember to do that. Carefully add 1 3/4 cups of boiling water. Stir and close. Wait 5 minutes. Stir again. And then just wait 4 minutes and then eat it. Alright. Very nice tear on that. Let's move this to the side. There's my little Pikachu friend. Pretty cool. Now we just gotta find that oxygen absorber in there somehow. Oh, is that it? There it is. Smells pretty good. Okay. Oh, sorry about that sound. I don't have a measuring cup, so we're just gonna have to go based on feel here. I guess that was about a cup. And that was about another, a little more for good measure. Now let's bust out our spoon and give that a stir. Ah, that is hot. That is very hot. I think it needs more water. Come on, phone. Focus on that. There it is. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more water. Let's get the slow motion replay on that. Just poured boiling water on my leg. But I can't scream because this is an ASMR video, and that wouldn't be very relaxing, now would it? Seal that up. Put that back there. Let that simmer for 5 minutes. Now let's get this grape beverage pour some of that boiling water. Clean off the spoon. Pretty good. And use that hot water to help dissolve all of that sugar. Because if you just go straight into using the cold water, a lot of times there's just a bunch of not dissolved sugar in there, which is still looking to be the case, but not bad. No one ever said this is going to be a gourmet meal. Very dark. Always surprises me how much color comes out of these packages. It really just shows how much food coloring and dyes there are in there. Trying to get the sugar off the spoon. It's been about roughly 5 minutes. Let's give this a stir, check out how it's doing, how it's rehydrating. Not too bad. Another hit. That might have been a bit much. Okay. Next, let's see the first strike bar. Anytime I see the words first strike now, I just think of Bloons Tower Defense. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Look at that, glistening. Twist it into like a helix. I thought I was gonna enjoy this more actually. This is, I've had I think every flavor of First Strike bar now at this point. This one's gotta be my least favorite. Doesn't taste much like apple. Does have a slight cinnamon flavor. I can't put my finger on what it reminds me of though. In case you never had one, let me describe it a little bit better. So you see all these little like white pieces there. They're little rice puffs, so it has some good texture to it. It is, as you can see, a little bit greasy feeling, and in your mouth too. It tastes like it kind of feels that way. It's got a slight sweetness to it. It's got some sweetness to it, not slight, I would say, but not overly sweet either. Overall, I'd say it's pretty good. I generally like the First Strike ration bars. I think they have a chocolate one that's my favorite. A little bit of a sip, grape beverage. Oh yeah. All right, let's check out this accessory packet. I love these little mini bottles of Tabasco. We have a moist towelette, some matches, very nice, toilet paper / napkins, some sugar, some non-dairy creamer, some freeze-dried coffee, and a couple pieces of gum. We'll put these to the side here. Okay, and now actually let's give this that second mix that the instructions called for. Make sure this gets nice and rehydrated. Nothing worse than a non-rehydrated freeze-dried meal. That's not true, but definitely better when it's rehydrated in most cases. Alright, the crackers. I gotta get a sharper knife. There it is. Good old MRE crackers. And the chocolate peanut spread. Warm it up, give it a little bit of a mix. I never showed the nutrition facts for this, I don't think. This is fortified peanut butter. Let's get a nice cross cut there so we can squeeze it out. Oh, it's watery. Much more watery than I thought it was going to be. Sorry if that grosses you out. That is very good. Not the crackers, but the chocolate peanut spread. It really tastes like liquid Reese's. Which, if you're not a fan of, I can see how you wouldn't like it, or peanut butter in general, but for me, this is 10 out of 10. I wonder if this would freeze up in cold weather or not. Breaking out the moist towelette. Clean off my fingers a bit. Between the peanut butter and the First Strike bar, my hands got a little bit sticky there. And darn, I also got some moist towelette juices here on the tray. Oh well. A little bit of chemicals is fine to eat here and there. It's for the sake of the video. Oh right, I wiped off my hands for a reason. Pokemon pack number 2. Alright, we got Riolu, Lechonk, Varoom, Lileep, Salazzle, Lantern, Slowking, Fletchinder, Lapras, and Raging Bolt Hollow. Dang. 0 for 2 right now. Alright, let's get this out onto the tray. It says you can eat it out of the bag, but you know, wouldn't be as exciting for the video now, would it? Yum. Actually smells pretty good. Let's get all those 670 calories out of there. Alrighty. Ooh, we got a big chunk still right there. Alright. Bone apple tea. Oh yeah, that's really good. Very satisfying, savory. Actually has salt in it. Um, the like vegetables come through in the flavor too. Yeah, very hearty feeling and tasting. It's like a step, 2 steps above um, canned chicken soup. There's a piece of chicken, and it rehydrated perfectly. There's no like random dry chunks that I'm getting. Well, other than that chicken right there, it's kind of a big cube, so the center of it still was dry. But the flavor is still good. It retains has a nice, like, I don't know, chickeny flavor. I'm a horrible food reviewer. Forgive me. You know what we gotta do though? We gotta get this Tabasco on there. If I can. That's difficult. Alright. Alright, let's put some of this Tabasco on there. There it is. And there it goes. Not much in those. Oh yeah. A lot of MREs I feel like benefit from hot sauce in particular. I feel like in general they lack some acidity and some heat. Probably because they cater to as wide of a palate as they can. Break up some of the cracker in there. Get a little bit more texture. Because that's really all the cracker is. It doesn't have flavor or even like saltiness to it. It's just got that crunch. So it'll suit its purpose, serve its purpose inside of the main dish. That's a nice bite. Got some chicken, got some veggies, noodles, a bit of cracker. Yeah, that's the good stuff right there. So So it's at this point of these videos where I'm not sure what to do from this point, because I know some people don't like the sounds of eating, but other people do. I think I'll just keep going, maybe talk a little bit. And if you don't like these sounds, feel free to skip ahead, because we got one more pack. That we're gonna open up. I won't lie, that bit of Tabasco that I had at the start that got in my thumb kind of burns. Finally remembered what this reminds me of. It reminds me of those pastas that they're like instant pastas, kind of, where they have all the seasonings in the package already, kind of like instant ramen, except you just put it in a pot, boil it with some water, and reduce it down, and it's just pasta and its sauce ready right there. That's what this reminds me of. Except better, because you actually get chicken. It's a pretty big meal. I even brought some emergency hot sauce in case this was gonna need it, but I think honestly it doesn't need it at all. Oh no. I was trying so hard not to make a mess. Alright, I think I'll just take a couple more bites, and then we'll open up that last pack. Alright, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. Hope that you enjoy this kind of content as well. Who knows, maybe one of these days I'm going to be adding in some Final Fantasy into these videos too. Okay, Duraludon, Meryl, Drillbur, Quaxley, Technical Machine Fluorite, Drayton, Fluttermane, Shellos, Dino, and Alolan Executor EX. At least we got something. I like the Terra Pokemon. I like how it sparkles like that. Alright. That'll do it then for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.